What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back, and the Chicago Bulls are back. Or at least it appears that way, because there are 3 teams left in the early stages of the 25-26 NBA season that are undefeated. Those teams are the Oklahoma City Thunder, the San Antonio Spurs, and the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls are also the only team in the Eastern Conference that is currently undefeated in the season so far. So this is a shock, right? And obviously it's very early in the season. Like, being 5-0, in my opinion, does not mean much. It's a great start to the season, but you have 77 games left, so does not mean much. But this is the first time the Bulls have been 5-0 since the 96-97 season. So the Bulls have not been 5-0 since Michael Jordan was playing for them, right? So this is a big deal, I think, right? Even if the season does not necessarily pan out the way that, it's kind of going for them right now, I think this is still something that Bulls fans should be excited about, right? Because it has people talking about the team again. The Bulls are one of those historic franchises that I think when they're good, the NBA is just better. The Bulls, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Spurs, right? The Knicks, like all of these teams are kind of teams that I qualify as like historically good franchises that when they are good, the NBA is at its, tip-top shape, right? But let's talk about how they've gotten to be 5-0, right? Obviously, Josh Giddey was a restricted free agent this past summer. Wanted $30 million a year from the Bulls. They'd not give it to him. They met in the middle, kind of, at $25 million a year. So he is now under contract for this season and the 3 seasons that follow on a $100 million deal. And Josh Giddey is playing great. He's playing great. He's averaging 22 points per game, 8.8 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's also having some pretty good shooting numbers. He is shooting 48% from the field and 45.5% from three-point range, 70% from the free throw line. But he's the leader of this team, clearly, right? And he's only 23 years old. I think he has a great case to make the All-Star team this year if the Bulls continue to win and continue to play the way that they've been playing. But is this likely to continue, right? Is it likely that this is going to continue? And while I don't think they're going to go undefeated for the entire season, obviously, I do think that they have a very solid chance to be a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. Namely because you have the Celtics that are clearly struggling to find their rhythm. They're not going to have Jason Tatum. The Pacers are 0-5, just playing awful. They're also decimated by injuries. So you have a lot of room to run here, especially if they really continue to, elevate on this level that they're playing and continue to, stack wins up before the All-Star break. They're going to be a lock to be a top 6 seed. So the other thing is that this is not just Josh Giddey, right? Like, this is a team effort. You have, I think, 6 guys averaging double figures through 5 games. And that's significant. That signifies that this is a team effort. Everyone is playing much better than they played last season, right? It's not a concentrated thing where you have, 3 guys averaging 20. You have 6 guys averaging, 10 to 15. You have Josh Giddey averaging 22. You got Vus averaging 19.8. Ayo Dosunmu, who I'm a big fan of, is averaging 16.2 points per game while only playing 26 minutes. He has not started any of the games so far, so if they continue to play like this and he's coming off the bench, he's definitely a candidate for 6th man of the year. You got Modest Buzelis averaging 16 points a game, improving over his numbers that he had in his rookie season. You also got Kevin Huerter averaging 14.2 and Trey Jones averaging 11.6 points per game. Trey Jones also putting up 2.4 steals a night and 6.6 assists. So they're passing the ball well, they're scoring well, they're shooting the lights out. Like, Vucevic is shooting 50% from 3, and he's putting up 4.4 attempts a game, right? So that might not sound like a lot in the modern NBA where you have, guys like Peyton Pritchard putting up like 12 threes a game, but That's very significant for your center to be putting up over 4 attempts a game and hitting on 50% of those. That is incredible. It does so much for your floor spacing. And the pick and pop game with him and Giddey is going to be unstoppable if he continues to shoot like this. So there's a lot of things to like here. And if you're a Bulls fan, I would be very excited, right? I was not very keen on the pick they made in the draft with Noah Asenge. I think that was like the 11th or 12th pick in the draft. And Noah Asenge is definitely going to go down to the G League. He's not going to be able to get minutes on this roster, especially with these guys playing the way that they're playing right now. I also like the addition of Isaac Okoro, who's playing good defense. Patrick Williams has been a solid defender so far in the season. And there's just a lot of things to like here. The Bulls, who have been consistently mediocre for the past couple of years, haven't really been able to find their stride. People were saying, they need to blow it up and rebuild. They need to go out and get a superstar. It looks like they didn't need to do any of that, right? Like, you have the talent that you have, and you believe in the talent that you have. Billy Donovan is a hell of a coach, Hall of Fame coach. So they're really gearing up to have a good season, I think. I don't think this is going to be something that just fades out, right? And I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, right? The Bulls could wind up not making the playoffs. It's so early in the season, you have no idea what could happen. But the fact that the East is as open as it is, and probably as open as it'll ever be in the next couple of years, this is their opportunity to shine. And I think there's a fine line that teams need to understand where you can just continue being, bad and get good draft picks, but at some point you're going to have to figure out how to win, right? And the guys that are in the league today, you don't just get into the NBA by just saying, okay, I'm good at basketball, I'm just going to come here and collect my check. Those guys don't stick around the league. All of these guys want to win. And I guarantee you every single guy in that Bulls locker room right now thinks that they're going to go and win a championship this year. And you have to have that mentality to be successful in the NBA, right? Whether it's the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NHL, any professional sports league around the world, you have to come into the season believing that your team is the best team and you guys are going to go out there and win as many games as possible and take home that trophy at the end of the season, right? And I truly believe the energy that the Bulls are putting forward right now signifies that they're on board with each other and they're on board with trying to win as many games as possible and raise that trophy at the end of the year. So I think they are here to stay. I don't think they're going to finish as the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. I mean, I think the Knicks are going to eventually find their rhythm. I think the Sixers are probably going to, tone it back a little bit. They just, lost their first game of the season to the Celtics. But, the Bucks at the 3 spot right now, they're here to stay, I think. I think they're definitely going to be in that top 4 mix in the Eastern Conference. The Heat are playing well. The Pistons are playing all right. I think there's going to be a lot of teams that give them competition, but the Bulls can certainly secure a top 6 seed if they continue to play this team brand of basketball that they have going right now. So I want to know what you guys think, though, man. Let me know what you think about the Bulls so far this season. Do you think they're legit? Do you think they're here to stay? Do you think they are going to be a solid team as we continue throughout the season? Where do you think they're going to end up? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'm going to catch you guys later, man. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.